from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Indianapolis Indians taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Tanner Bybee. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Righty to the plate. Swings through that one for strike two. Got him swinging. And now Nick Gonzalez. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Got him looking. Clipped the bottom of the zone with a curve for strike three.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Laureano makes the grab on the run. Nothing doing here this half, and now the Guardians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Back here in Cleveland, pitching in our game today, Quinn Priester. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
That one is absolutely belted. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Josh Naylor. High fly ball, right field. Long run. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's one down.
Batting third.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. A gigantic blast. And they grab the lead. It's 2-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
One down. Andres Jimenez getting ready to hit. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Laureano comes up to hit. Now a screamer into the outfield. And Laureano is retired. And there's 2 away.
Batting 6th, the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
And up next for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat. That one ripped right center field, and that should be extra bases. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's 3-zip.
He drove that ball very well out to the deep part of the field, and you may be surprised he didn't get a double out of it, but I'll tell you, they did a great job of getting that ball back into the infield right away, and it might have been the right call to hold him at first.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Will Brennan. Outfield playing pretty shallow. Gonzalez to first in time. And that's the 3rd out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. The Guardians lead this one 3-0. And we're back. New inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, number 25.
Aaron Shackelford.
Bybee back to work. And a foul ball.
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ballgame.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And right back to the mound. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting 5th, the third baseman, Jared Triolo.
Now the third baseman. Late on that fastball.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
And a curve drops in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Just outside. And it's 1-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
The wind of the pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got it by him for the K. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Josh Palacios in the box now. No balls and a strike. And strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
The Indians trailing by 3 here at the top of the second. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Brian Rocchio. The pitch. This one lifted in the air, left field, and there's one down.
Batting 9th, the center fielder.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Miles Straw.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish. Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Ramirez.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Led off this game with a double.
Lots of players perform better at home, and this batter is no exception. Might be the crowd or the familiar surroundings, but he's typically better in this environment.
That one ripped. And Ramirez is set down. And there's 2 away.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh Naylor.
Man at first, and now it's Josh Naylor. He's 0 for 1. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. Strong coming home. He scores, and they lead by 4.
Well done. Drives in the run. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. He's already homered in this game. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's 5-0.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Quinn Priester done for the day, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Johan Oviedo.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's Andres Jimenez. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Runner holds at third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it.
The batter, the right fielder.
Here's Ramon Laureano. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. And on the play, a run will come in to score.
Back-to-back singles. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Yeah, the batter now. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And out of here. And they add to their lead. It's 9-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Digging in, Will Brennan. And that one hammered. That's back there. Say goodbye to that one. They go back to back, and they add a run. It's 10-0.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Michael Plasmeyer. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Indianapolis, number 56, Michael Plasmeyer.
So in now for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Fly to left his first time. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
The center fielder, number 7, Miles.
Stepping in, Miles Straw. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. On the ground to the left. And he bends it. He's safe.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Here's Jose Ramirez. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that one hops the wall. 1 run across. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 12-0.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And up next for Cleveland, Josh Naylor.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Base knock right field. Around third. He'll score. It's 13-0. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So 2 down, and here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. He's already homered here in this one. Rocketed out towards right center. And it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 15-0.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run,
Ryder Ryan gets the ball now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Andres Jimenez. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Here in Cleveland, and now it's going to be Gilberto Celestino.
Gilberto Celestino.
And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
The pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here comes a pitch. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
That's a really great job of sequencing. Pitch before, good fastball through the zone, and as a hitter, you got to be ready to get on that with 2 strikes. He breaks it off. Good slider to the outside corner of the plate. Tell you what, that was a really good pitch.
Toss to Naylor. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 9, the center fielder, number 12.
2 outs, base is empty. Matt Frazier, the next to hit. Frazier goes 6 feet 3 inches, 215 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2019. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. 2 outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Back now at Progressive Field, and now the right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
The right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
The wind of the pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And forget it. And they add a run. It's 16-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So up next, Stephen Kwan. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Frazier makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Will.
And now, Will Brennan. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely, it's a double and his second hit.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Right side. McKinney sizing this one up. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 7, Miles Straw.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Miles Straw. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one carrying. In one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Runner from second crosses the plate. And the lead continues to grow.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Got a good pitch to drive. Stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front. And he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap. And that's pretty much a double every time.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs.
Hit hard, base hit. Around third. He'll score easily, and they extend their lead.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo. That thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat speed to generate contact like that, and no doubt a higher launch angle sends that thing out of here easily.
Next to hit, Josh Naylor. And that's a base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So 2 on with 2 away. Bo Naylor now at the plate. Swung on, belted. Frazier going back on this one. Tattooed and gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add on. It's 21-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Brent Honeywell Jr. taking over on the mound.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Andres Jimenez. Popped in the air, left field. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. On to inning number 4. You're dialed into the show. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. And the batter will be the shortstop, Alika Williams. The wide to kick the pitch. And it's fouled away. And here it comes. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. In the air, left side. Kwan pulls it down. 1 down.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Now the number 2 hitter, Nick Gonzalez.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Kicks and deals. Struck him out looking.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Here's Billy McKinney at the plate. Flied to right his first time. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That one finds the corner, and the count is 0-2. Ball 1 there.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Popped up. Brings it in for the 3rd out. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. The Guardians lead it 21-0. Back here in Cleveland, bottom of the inning. So in now for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano. And the pitch. High fly ball out to left field. Palacios sizes this one up, corrals it, and there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. That smash towards center. Frazier hauls it in, and there's two away.
The batter, the designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the Guardians DH, Will Brennan. Outfield playing pretty shallow. And that one fouled off. The Guardians up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And that one pulled foul. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Trying to put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 3. That one hammered center field. Frazier ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the first baseman, number 25.
Aaron Shackelford.
Bybee back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And that's in there at the knees. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball, still 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
On the ground. Whips it across. And a couple of quick outs.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now the left fielder, Josh Palacios. Caught looking his first time up. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as the stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
In the air to left center. Kwan sprinting after it. Tracks it down for the out. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Miles Straw. The right-hander back to work. Line drive. McKinney brings it in. And a quick out, number one.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Jose Ramirez. That one ripped. It's a ball. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 22-0.
Pitchers hate going against Jose Ramirez because he tends to punish the baseball. This is just the latest example of it. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Now that's smacked to right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number two.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance, at least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Throw in is offline, so he'll get in there with a 2-out double.
110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andres Jimenez. In the air, right field. McKinney brings it in, and that's the inning. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. We're through 5. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Gilberto Celestino. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
1-1.
Here's a 1-1. Fastball for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Righty delivers. Swing and a pop-up. Jimenez pulls it in on the run.
The catcher, number 5. Andy Rodriguez.
Here's the catcher to hit, Andy Rodriguez. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And a foul ball. Rodriguez measures 6 feet even, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. This to center field. Straw has a beat on it. Snags it for the second out.
The center fielder, number 12.
2 outs, base is empty. Now, Matt Frazier. His first at bat was a strikeout. And a swing and a miss there.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient, take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So he's perfect through 6. Guardians on top 22-0. Dowry Moretta on the pitch here.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Ramon Laureano digs in for the Guardians.
The right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
The pitch. Fly ball down the line. Has this one sized up. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
The left fielder.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Liner caught at second.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
And now the DH, Will Brennan. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Coming home. He scores, and the lead continues to grow.
Picks himself up an RBI. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
Man at second here with 2 away. So in now for Cleveland, Miles Straw. That's a hit. Rocchio around third. He will score, and they extend their lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And that one is lifted in the air. McKinney makes the catch, and that'll do it. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 6 full. The Guardians lead this one 24-0. Back now at Progressive Field. Now here is Alika Williams. Bybee back to work.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And a pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The second baseman, Nick.
So digging in, Nick Gonzalez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
One down, base is empty. This one in the air right field. Jimenez drifts towards it. And there are 2 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Billy McKinney. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
He goes down looking. Here in Cleveland, and here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
The first baseman, Josh Naylor.
The pitch. That one blasted deep to right, way back there. And that one is off the wall. Throws to second, and he's got a double, his 4th hit. So man aboard, stepping up for the Guardians, Bo Naylor. That one ripped. That's back there. Get out of town. Another homer. His 4th home run of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 26-0.
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people.
Number 52 will
Now
take over here.
For Indianapolis, number 52, Colin Selby.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. McKinney settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
The right fielder, number 10, Ramon
Laureano digs in for the Guardians. This one smoked out to left. And Laureano is retired. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder,
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. And that one ripped into right. McKinney snags it, and that is that. Ready to begin the 8th, and now the first baseman, number 25.
Not a single base runner through the first 7 innings for this team. They've had no answer.
As he turns on the rubber with that good live arm delivers. And that's in for a strike.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Kicks and fires. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. And he deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And first offering is fouled off. One out, bases empty. And he hits a ground ball right side. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Man, he's getting really close to this thing right now. Only 4 outs left, but it's going to be tough to get.
2 outs, bases empty. And now Josh Palacios. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So now 24 have been set down in order. 3 left to go for perfection. The Guardians lead it 26-0. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the DH, Will Brennan.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And it's another double for him. His 5th hit of the game.
Another hit. I mean, these types of performances at the plate don't come around too often. This is pretty special. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So, man aboard. Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Line drive, base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And up next for Cleveland, Miles Straw. That one ripped. The one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. And he's out. But 1 run is in to score. Back to the top of the lineup. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a base hit. They won't risk the send. Runners at the corners now with 1 away.
I mean, come on. Have a game. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
Base hit and a run comes in.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. 4 out of 4 with 4 homers. And a base hit into right center field. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sent it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
Now a chance for hammered, and this one could be extra bases. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score, and the lead continues to grow.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat.
New arm out of the bullpen, Ben Heller.
Number 60, Ben Heller.
So first and second with 1 gone. And now Ramon Laureano. Base knock center field. And that should be extra bases. Around third. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score, and they extend their lead.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
So up next, Stephen Kwan. Lined, and that's a base hit. Now a long throw home, but it's offline.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a laser off the bat. This looks like extra bases. And now let's see if he goes for it. Coming home. He'll score, and the lead continues to grow.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
And the batter now, Brian Rocchio. Well struck, right field. Back there. That's long gone.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here.
Hunter Stratton on a pitch out of the pen here.
Number 63, Hunter Stratton.
So digging in, Miles Straw. Here's a rocket out to left. Palacios snags it on the run.
Up next for Cleveland, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Ripped on a line. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in to score from second, and they extend their lead.
A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
So 2 down, and next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. Hard hit, right side. Takes it himself out, and thank goodness the inning is at last over. Tanner Bybee, perfect so far. We'll see if he can make history as we head to the 9th. And we're back. And now the DH, Gilberto Celestino. And all eyes on the mound as he begins the 9th inning, working on a perfect game. Bounced up the middle, and it gets through for a hit. Their first of the ball game.
Oh, man, Boog. He got through 8 full innings, took the no-no into the 9th, and I really thought he was going to do it. But, you know, those last 3 outs can be so tough to get. But outside of that, he's been incredible to watch.
Man at first, and here is Andy Rodriguez. Fouled off to the right.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The Guardians up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. Right through there for a strike.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the ninth inning.
Here's the 0-2. And they'll do it again. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that ninth inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank. He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
He's 2 outs away. And now the center fielder, Matt Frazier. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Celestino leads off first with 1 away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
One strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this guy was so close to getting into the history books. He pitched well all game long. That 1 hit in the ninth inning. A little disappointing, but he got right back on track to finish it out and get the W for the team.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 59 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.